My good friend Ronan Levy is here describing this guy. Ronan is a lawyer, entrepreneur. He's been in-house for the likes of Ashley Madison.
So where I wanted to start actually was with disruption. And if we look at probably some of the three most, at least talked about disruptive companies in the world right now, I would say they are Google, Uber, and Airbnb. Is everyone familiar with all of those companies? Right. And do you know what one of the common factors amongst all three of those companies is? I actually had to add YouTube to it. Is all of them have succeeded not just because they were willing to flagrantly ignore the law, but because they did it intentionally and consciously. We had a subsidiary called Established Men, which was a dating site for sugar daddies and their princesses. And we got a trademark cease and desist. Now, with all my clients, first thing I tell them is if you ever get a cease and desist, the first thing you should do is actually take it and throw it out. Most lawyers don't like hearing that, but that's why I'd advise, because it's a signaling thing at the end of the day, right? Take it and throw it out, because if you give them attention, if you give the other side attention, they're going to take advantage of that attention, whereas I take the perspective that you have to earn my attention. I'm not just going to give it to you, but you have to earn it from me. Someone's got to fight that. Someone's going to have to push the boundaries, and you can either play within the system, which is already rigged by them to keep you down, or you can fight in different ways and look at different opportunities. Our business is based on promoting medical marijuana. That's essentially what it boils down to. And under the Narcotic Control Act in Canada, you can't actually promote it. Even though medical marijuana is legal, you can't promote marijuana. But we wanted to get some advice on this, and so we called a law firm. And the next day, we had a meeting with Alan Young. So we sat down with him, we pitched him on the same business model. He's like, yeah, it's against the law, but we can get that law thrown out. Don't worry about it. He's like, do your business model. That's exactly what I said to us. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm more risk-loving than my business partners. And they always want to stop. And I'm like, let's push the boundaries. Let's advertise. Because what's going to happen? No one's going to come and shut down our business. No one's going to throw us in jail. What's going to happen is we're going to get a letter. And that letter we can probably ignore, or we can abide by it. But what's the risk? We took a huge gamble, and the risk is so small, right? It really changes everything. And that's the way I like to look at it with my clients and in my businesses.